Hey, it's Maciej here, and in this video I'll show you exactly how to turn your profile into a lead generation machine so people are coming to you, but also all of your efforts, your outreach, your content, your follower ads, your direct DM ads, whatever you're running to your profile, all of these activities will be 2 or 3 times more effective because every single time somebody lands on your profile, they will know exactly who you are, how you can help them, how you've helped other people, and why they should hire you. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So if you can fix this one problem and you'll fix this after this video, all of your efforts will be a lot more effective and you'll make a lot of money. So let's jump straight in. So I'll show you exactly how to optimize your profile from the username, profile picture, the entire bio, highlights, pin posts, and I'll also show you some common niche examples. So no matter in what niche you are, you'll have an idea on how to optimize your profile and start making a lot more money. So first things first, for the general bio, right? The username will not be as important, but a lot of coaches mess this up because they're constantly changing the username. Because your username is kind of like your real name, but online. When people recognize it, they remember it, they'll be more likely to find you and then apply for your coaching, for example, over time. So for the username, you can use something like fit with name, so fit with Mike. You can use coached by Mike. You can call it coach Mike fit. That's up to you, but just don't change it all the time. When you change it, just keep it for at least like 6-12 months without changing it so people can get used to it and they can start remembering you. So for the busy professionals niche, you can, for example, say fit for professionals name. Next to your profile picture, this is absolutely huge and this will drastically change the number of people that decide to reply to your DMs, but also click on your profile in the first place. So for busy professionals, it can be something like this, but when picking your profile picture, you need to think about a few things. First things first, what is your niche, right? When you're targeting busy moms, you don't want to be in a tank top or like shirtless with a six-pack because this is not going to attract the busy moms that want to work with you, right? But if you're, for example, working with younger guys, right, that want to get a six-pack, that would work perfectly, right? So you need to think about your target audience. So for example, for busy professionals, we can see a guy, he looks professional, right? You can even wear like a shirt or something. Now to remove the background, create a cool profile picture, you can use a free website called profilepicturemaker.com, pfpmaker.com. Click create profile picture, upload your photo, wait a few seconds. If the formatting is a bit weird, just go to edit photo and just move this around a little bit, save. And then you can basically just pick a background that you like. You can also go to background. You can, for example, pick something very easy, like a little grayish color. So it looks like it was taken, the photo was taken in like a studio, right? You can go to customize and then you can just download it and use this directly, right? You can just upload this to Instagram and just use this as your profile picture. So as you can see, it's very easy and it will make a huge difference because this will make your profile stand out a lot more when you comment, even when you comment under some other people's videos. When people see your page, see your profile on like the explore page, they will be more likely to click it because this profile just makes you stand out a lot more. Next, for the name field, this is huge and this will change how people can find you in the algorithm because every single time they type in certain keywords, your account will rank higher when you optimize this field. So for example, #1 online coach for niche, right? So in this case, it might be #1 online coach for busy professional men. Now you can position yourself as the #1 coach, and over time, of course, when you will be creating content, going viral, you will become the #1 coach, and it's just good for your mindset to position yourself as the #1, and it also increases your authority. Now, for the first line, you want to give them a specific result they can expect when they decide to work with you. So, for example, helping ideal client get specific result in time frame without sacrifice, right? So we tell them what they can get in what time frame. The time frame you can skip that, but you always want to tell them what they will not have to sacrifice because people don't want to sacrifice their favorite foods. People don't want to spend their whole life in the gym. They don't want to mess up their busy schedule that they have already. They want fitness to fit their life, and you want to tell them that you can help them with that. So for example, for busy professionals, it can be helping busy professional men burn 25 pounds of belly fat without making fitness a second career, because you need to think about your niche. Again, busy professionals don't have time, so you need to show them that it's not going to be a second career. It's not going to take a lot of their time, right? Now for the second line, this is huge and this will help you get a lot more inbound DMs, so more people coming to you. DM me keyword for coaching info. And again, you want to pick a keyword that is related to your niche. For example, if you're a busy mom, you can say busy mom, DM me busy mom, or for example, tone, right? But if you're a guy and that you help people lose fat, get a six-pack, you can say DM six-pack for more info, right? It needs to make sense. It needs to be their goal. For example, six-pack in this case. So for busy professionals, it can be DM me ready for coaching info. It can be something a bit more general, but you want to think about your niche. For the last time, you don't need to overcomplicate it. You want to just point people towards your link, and I'll show you what that link should be. It can be the same basically for every single case. Now, what the link should be, this is huge. you need to have only one link in your bio. It needs to be a direct application to your coaching program. Now, why don't you want to add a Linktree or beacons or any platform like this? Because people will get distracted. Like imagine you have an in-person client, they come to you for the first time, they're like a complete gym beginner, and they ask you, okay, so what should I do? And you just tell them, yeah, do whatever you want. They're gonna get confused. They're gonna probably leave the gym, right? And it's the same with your link in bio, right? If you give them 30 options like discount codes, you give them freebies, you give them freaking, nutrition coaching, fitness coaching, apply for coaching, book a call, they're gonna get completely confused. They're gonna click off your page. You want to give them one link, and this should be a direct application to your coaching program. So it can be Typeform, it can be Google Forms, and here are the exact questions that we use with our clients in their coaching application forms. So if you want, you can just take them and use them in your own. And when you want to make more money from your social media, you want to optimize your profile, you need to optimize it for making money, right? So you need to give them one link. And this is the only link that allows you to make money, because when they apply for your coaching, you can make money. Next, for the actual highlights, these will also be huge, because so far we told them what they can expect when they work with you, how they can apply for coaching. But we need to build some trust, we need to build some connection, and we need to make them like you as a person. So for the first highlight, I always recommend to have some kind of client results, client wins, transformations, where you directly show them what they can expect when they hire you as far as the results you've got for other clients. So you want to pack it with social proof, which can be before and afters, it can be testimonials, it can be messages from your happy clients from WhatsApp, for example, it can be video testimonials, and it's going to be the same for every niche really. Now, for the other highlights, if you want to have a Linktree, don't put a Linktree in your bio, just add the direct application to your coaching, and then add a highlight with links and pack that with your discount codes, right? With your partnerships, whatever you guys have. But don't put it in your bio, because again, people will get distracted and you will get significantly less people applying via your coaching application form. So that is for the highlights, really just client wins, links. You can put some stuff from your life. If you're dad, you can, and you want to attract busy dads, you can put a highlight of family life, like fam, right? You want to think about your ideal client. Maybe you have a podcast, you can put a podcast here. Maybe you have a YouTube channel, you can also put that here. But the key is just put the client wins, because this is going to optimize your profile so that people trust you. Now for pin posts, and this is huge, this will help people to get to know you, like you, and trust you. And this is a marketing fundamental. Like if any of these three things is missing, they're not gonna want to hire you. So I'll show you how to optimize that. So the first pin post should be your best client wins pin post. So every single time when he lands on their page, on your page, they can immediately see some kind of visual representation of what they can expect when they hire you, which means client results. So as an example, it can be a before and after carousel of your clients. I'll show you an example here. These are very successful coaches. So you can look at some examples of successful coaches that are making a lot more money, and you can optimize your profile the same way. So for example, Trizzleman Fitness, Trent Harrison, you can check this profile if you want. So just a bunch of before and afters of your clients. It can be a mix of before and afters and like testimonials, maybe video testimonials. It can be just one client, and you can do, for example, their front picture, back picture, and then like a video testimonial on the last slide, for example, or their text testimonial. For the caption, you want to basically call out your ideal client, which means the person in your niche, and you can just read this example. I'm going to put it on the screen as well. And you want to basically at the end give them a call to action. For example, DM me and I'll send you over all the info, on how I can help you get similar results. Now at this point, they already kind of trust you because you showed them some client results, but you can do one more thing that will make a huge difference. So you want to pin a post, which is a value post, some kind of reel or a carousel, and at the end you want to add a call to action and also mention one of your clients in that pinned post. So I'll show you an example here. For example, client Jimmy, this is Dadbot Steve. Want to lose the Dadbot, you want to give them some tips, and at the end, comment the word coaching for details. So I'll show you an example here.
40 and want to lose the dad bod? Just do these 5 things. You'll get in the best shape of your life, just like my client Jimmy. Calculate your calories, hit that every day. Calculate your protein, hit that every day. Formulas for both those in the description below. Lift weights 3 to 4 times a week. 10,000 steps a day. It's okay if you come up a little bit short. Get 7 hours of sleep every night. And if you want results like Jimmy, make sure you're following.
This is huge. If you want results like this client, make sure to follow me and DM me or comment this word.
Coaching below and I'll get you the details.
As you can see, you point them again to apply to work with you, right? Which means like if up until this point, they did not click the link in your bio, they did not apply for your coaching, but they're still kind of exploring your profile, they're seeing what's there. The first thing they're going to see is, again, you give them an opportunity to apply for your coaching by commenting a keyword or DMing you a keyword, which means like you're giving them so many options to apply for your coaching. And I hope now you guys can see like how big of a difference it can make if you optimize your profile, because you gave them so many touch points where they can apply for coaching, and you can compare that to like a Linktree, right? There's 50 options for 50 different things. You don't have any pinned posts. Like if you compare these two options, these two versions of your profile, there is a huge difference. And just by applying these tips, you can make a lot more money because there's so many more touch points. There's so many more opportunities that you give to somebody on how they can apply for your coaching. Now, don't mess up the last pinned post, which is your story. And this is huge. If somebody just likes you because of your tips, if somebody just sees that you get results, that's cool. But you're just another coach online. There's hundreds, thousands up until this point. Right now, the coaching industry is growing by about 15 to 20% every single year, which means like if you don't show your personality, if you don't share your story, you're going to be just another coach online. And there's these huge coaches with 1 million followers. So like, why would somebody hire you? Especially if you're a beginner coach, they're not going to hire you, right? If you just show some tips and tricks, they need to like you as a person. So as the last post, you want to share your story. I'm going to show you an example here. This is Mina. Allow me to reintroduce myself. You want to share your story and go deep. You want to talk about the struggles, the real pain, so people can relate to you. They feel like you understand them, right? Because if you're just this jacked guy, like they don't feel connection, because they feel like you've just always been this jacked guy. But if you share your story, you share the struggles, you share the feelings that you had when going through a transformation. For example, you were once overweight, now you're fit, right? They can see themselves in your story and they will want to hire you because they feel like you understand them. So you can go through this one by one. As you can see, you just want to share your story year by year, or just touch on the biggest like points in your journey, right? Like for example, first you lost some weight, then you kind of gained it all back, then you lost it again, but you actually maintained it, and now you're helping people you're teaching people how they can do the same. So to give you a few more examples, for example, if you're a coach, like a six-pack coach, physique coach, for the username, you want to optimize it, for example, built by name, six-pack by name, six-pack by Mike, right? For the profile picture, again, you want to show your physique, because here you want to kind of impress people with your physique. You want to show what they can expect, that they can actually get a six-pack if they decide to work with you. Now for the bio, you want to give them a clear benefit. So for example, number one online coach, a six-pack coach, right? Helping men 30 plus get a six-pack in 60 days or less. DM six-pack, because we want the call to action to be kind of their goal. And then if you have a bit more space, this is optional, because as you can see, you can manipulate this a bit. For example, you can do 200 plus client success stories, but only if you have space, because as you can see, the first line here was very short compared to the other call to actions. So you have a bit more space in your bio, right? But don't forget to put the call to action as the second line, because sometimes if your bio is too long, they're gonna have to click show more. And people are not going to click that, right? It's important that they can see the most important stuff right away. So make sure to put the call to action as the second line so they can always see it. The I help statement also in the first line. If you're a coach for busy moms, you can, for example, say fit mom coach name, fit mom coach Amy. For the profile picture, if you think about your niche, you want to look approachable, you want to be smiling. Maybe you don't even need to wear like fitness clothes. You can be just like look a bit professional, For the bio, number one online coach for busy moms, helping busy moms lose fat while still eating the foods they love, right? DM me, tone the goal of busy moms, for example, or whatever goal you think busy moms have. For coaching info, work with me. And that is the exact optimization of your profile that will allow you to make a lot more money, because as I said, you're giving people a lot more opportunities to apply for your coaching, either via the link in bio. They can DM you the keyword from your bio. They can watch your pin posts, start to like you, trust you, and know you a bit of your story. And then you also give them a lot of options to, for example, comment a keyword or directly DM you for coaching. So if you optimize your bio like this, I guarantee you will start getting at least two to three people reaching out to you every single week without you doing anything, right? And also, as I said, all of your efforts, all of your outreach will be a lot more likely to work, because when people see your face smiling, right, that small icon when you, for example, DM them, you try to generate leads, they'll be more likely to click on it because you look a lot more approachable and you look like you thought about them, right? Because you optimize the profile picture for the niche as well, right? So this will work a lot better if you optimize your profile. Then, for example, you do like follower ads, or you just post content and somebody clicks on your profile, they will be more likely to want to work with you because you optimize your bio, highlights, pin posts. They can know exactly why they should work with you. So that's it for this video. If you like the video, there's a button for that, so make sure you click it if you did. I hope this video was really helpful, and yes, it will change your business if you actually implement all of this stuff, so make sure you do. Now, if you have any video ideas, any questions you have, make sure to comment them below and I will create videos answering those questions. If you like videos like this, make sure to also subscribe this channel so you can see more videos like this. And thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Have an amazing day. Thanks so much.